Main event time here at FWA. I'm Jason Eat alongside Phil Stamper, and making their way through the crowd as is customary are arguably the top tag team in this company, Phil, whether I like it or not, and I don't. And that would be Miami Mike and Vinny Tallada.
Why do you constantly hate on post-game? I don't understand this vitriol that you have for them.
Let's just say they're not my kind of people, all right? I respect them as athletes. They're not humans I'd want to spend time with.
Because they're winning and they're athletic and...
No, they're the kind of people that ruined my night in college. You know what I mean?
I think you need to unwind. Maybe you need a night with post-game.
These are the kind of guys that go to a bar and stare at themselves in the mirror as they dance. You know what I mean? Miami Mike and Vinny Tallada have been nearly unstoppable here in FWA, particularly in tag team action. They're the most winningest team here in FWA. They had put out an open challenge, and we know exactly who answered it, Phil.
I mean, sometimes you need to expect the unexpected.
And their opponents for this evening, this tag team is out of West Philly. Their combined weight of 485 pounds. We got Dave Malone and Nate Wallace, and they are
Dangerous men on a mission. Nate Wallace and Dave McCall coming off that victory in the Theater of War match, Phil.
Post-game saying they wanted the best. They laid that open challenge to see who would answer, and man, did they get an answer.
I think it's fair to say that these are the top two tag teams in FWA. Their paths have yet to cross, and tonight is the night. So when the rep demolish post-game and leave them like a smear on the canvas, you could say very honestly, post-game asked for this.
Well, the refs now had a busy time getting rid of these streamers. This crowd excited to see this match.
Two of the most well-respected, beloved teams. Very different vibes between the rep and post-game. Now, the post-game did not know who they'd be facing until earlier this evening. I don't know how long the rep has been planning to answer this open challenge. But you got to give, I think, the slight advantage right now to the rep, at least in terms of a mental edge.
Lock up from Dave and Miami Mike. Oh. Dave trapping the arm.
This would be Dave McCall of the rep along with Miami Mike Walker. I like to call him Miami Mid.
What?
Just saying.
I mean, okay, so you don't like them as people, but don't take away from their tremendous accomplishment.
Phenomenal professional wrestlers.
Ring.
Imagine how good Mike Walker would be if he wasn't hungover.
Who says he's hungover?
Well, it's a day ending in Y. He's hungover.
Okay, that might be fair. But
whereas Dave McCall, Nate Wallace, they are training all the time.
Dave trying to hold on to Mike. Mike able to go behind. Reversal. Has that hammerlock applied. Reversal from Dave. Mike went for a reversal, but Dave saw it coming. Now Mike with the reversal. Ducks under that clothesline attempt. Chop for Mike. Oh! Mike on the attack. Now post-game isolating Dave over in their corner.
Tag made to
coming
Vinny
off the rope.
Talata. You might say whole lot of Talata. I say too much Talata. It's too much man.
Maybe there's not enough Talata.
Who needs this much Talata in your life? I'll take a kitty-sized Talata.
Well, right now it might be too much Talata for Dave. Dave, though, trying to power off Vinny. Vinny goes for that back elbow, gets caught.
I would say the two big men, but there's not a small man when it comes to the rep. Spinning back kick there by Dave McCall. And they're in the bad part of town right now. Ooh! For post-game.
Chopped a hole through his chest.
The rep showing why they have earned their reputation as badass, super violent fighters. Tag made in now to Nate Wallace.
Vinny being rocked, covered by Nate. Got a 1 count.
Nate Wallace scouting, basically welcoming Vinny Talata to his feet.
Vinny was trying to fight off Nate, but Nate with one shot able to stop the onslaught of Vinny Talata. Talata reverses Nate, now chopping Nate.
The first 6 months or so of the FWA were all about the rep versus prolific. The rep has put that behind them. They said they want to prove that they are the top tag team in this company, and what better way to do it than by going up against the tag team that has main evented the most times here in FWA post-game.
Shoulder block, and Talata comes in. Beats the corner. Nate trapped.
Tagging now to Miami Mike. Great combination offense here by post-game.
Getting rid of Dave over in the corner is Miami Mike. Mike goes for that cover 1.
Very smart offensive flurry here by post-game. A little too far away. A little too far away. Talata trying to make the tag in.
Oh, Nate overpowering Miami Mike. Now comes in for a charge. Up and over goes Miami Mike. Tag made to Vinny.
Nate still wants to go it. Now bringing in Dave. And right now, it's the tag team cohesion, the double teams of post-game that are really winning the day.
Dave sent to the floor by Vinny.
Power play here for post-game.
Walker has a plan.
Fake out, and Mike Walker sent flying, but you saw that Mike's leg hit the railing on the way down. He may be taken out.
Vinny down. Nate needs to capitalize here.
Talata versus Wallace, cover here. Nate Wallace immediately pressing that advantage. We haven't seen anything out of Mike Walker or Dave McCall since the two of them crash landed on the outside.
Shots to the midsection, big headbutt from Nate. Talata dazed, and Nate just looking angry.
Tag man now to Dave McCall.
Oh, Talata trying to fight out of the grasp of the rep.
It's rare that Vinny Talata is an underdog, but right now, given the combination of these two, he might be.
Vinny dumped in the back of his head.
Dave realizing he was legal. You hear Miami Mike yelling, dig deep from the outside, trying to rile Talata up, trying to coach him.
Front face chancery applied. Dave catching Vinny with that knee. Big through in the corner.
Big time main event here at FWA Dominion.
Big splash, but Dave rolls through. Cover 1, 2.
Dave nearly used the leverage of that roll through to catch Talata sleeping, but instead Talata continues the fight.
Dave holding on to Vinny by any means necessary.
The tights isn't legal, but you got to do what you got to do. Northern Lights.
Only got it 2.
Well, McCall was struggling to maintain that bridge. Was able to do it, but it was not a tight bridge. And now Colin plays to Nate Wallace while Miami Mike is pacing like a caged animal on the outside, just begging to get back in the fight.
Oh. Tag made to Nate. Nate giving
Freight
himself some room.
train coming through.
Now that it's the rep with a flurry. Vinny down middle of the ring. Cover 1-2, and Mike comes in, makes the save.
Miami Mike letting his temper get the better of him, but that could have been the difference. If Talata's already ready to be put down to a 3 count on his own, this is going to be, well, there might not be much left in this one.
Vinny going to blows with Nate, but Nate
Talata
driving back. Talata!
He was desperate. He was waving, just didn't have the reach. Showcasing the tag team expertise of the rep, Phil.
Talata trying to break out of the corner of the rep, and again gets stopped by Nate. The power of Nate able to keep Vinny in place. Vinny clawing, trying to get over to Miami Mike.
This is an example of why the rep have been so dominant as a tag team for so long.
Dropkick connects from Talata.
Gets just enough in the arm to push. Wait a second. Anti-aircraft defense system there by Nate Wallace, who is a one-man wrecking crew.
That big right hand delivered to Miami Mike, sending Mike to the floor. Talata with a waist lock from behind.
Nate Wallace may have been admiring his handiwork just a little too much.
Oh! Shot to the back from Wallace. Wallace with Vinny, but Vinny able to land. Ducks under that clothesline attempt is Vinny. Vinny! Big running pounce.
What is it like when two battering rams hit each other in midair? You just witnessed it. Talata and Wallace colliding. Everyone is down. Everyone is out. It is anyone's ball game, Mr. President.
Dave's back up in his corner. Miami Mike's up in his corner, but Vinny and Nate are down.
It's really a question who's going to get to their feet first.
If either one, the ref's up to an 8 count. Tags made. Stereo tags made.
Miami Mike and Dave McCall both getting offense on each other's partners.
Now Mike with an offense on Dave.
Miami Mike kicking things up a notch by kicking Dave McCall right in the face.
Cover 1, 2.
Giving Dave McCall an adjustment right there, one that was not asked for. And McCall seems rocked. Miami Mike saying he's going to put Dave McCall to sleep.
Then comes Mike. Oh, but Dave saw him coming, got out of the way.
Shotgun chop there by tall Dave McCall.
And again. Dumped on the back of his head.
Dragon suplex, great positioning. Vinny is nowhere. But Miami Mike guts it out.
Talata still on the floor. Dave now trying to figure out what to do next.
And Talata had been beaten from pillar to post. Even if he tags in, Talata's not fresh. Miami Mike has to last a little bit longer to give Talata time to recover.
And right now, super kick connects to Nate. Vinny's not there, so he's setting sights for Dave McCall.
Yeah, Miami Mike pulling the kneecap down, but instead gets launched right into the waiting arms of Nate Wallace. Cover, but Talata crushing the referee in desperation.
That might have been too much Talata for the referee.
Too much Talata. It's what I've been saying. It's not safe to have this much Talata in your diet. A little Talata goes a long way, Philip.
Well, there goes a lot of Talata.
Power play here right now for the rep. 2-on-1 in their favor.
Uh-oh, Nate saying it's time to go night-night, but Dave's been dragged out by Vinny. Mike trying to fight through, goes for a sunset flip on Nate 1, 2, and only got a 2 count.
Very close. Tag right now. This might be the right amount of Talata. Exactly what post-game needs to try and get the win.
Always, but now Dave's dragging Mike out.
Roll up right
Vinny
here.
1-2 and only got a 2.
What an absolute
Big
battle
headbutt.
that these men have been going to war against each other in.
Big boot from Vinny. Big headbutt again from Nate. Vinny dazed.
How strong does your skull have to be able to hit someone like Vinny Talata twice? I'm surprised that Vinny doesn't use the headbutt because he doesn't have a lot in there. You know what I mean?
Watch it. Mike back in. Meeting Nate over in that corner. Vinny Talata's back on his feet, rolling Dave up. Cover 1, 2.
Whoa.
Cover ref. Cover ref.
What's happening? Why are you?
Shoulder not down.
Not sure what just happened there.
Post game able to get a victory over the rep. Post game able to defeat the rep.
A hard-fought victory, and the rep back to square one, coming off that huge match in Theater of War, but falling prey to post-game. Tremendous respect here by the crowd to all 4 men. And the rep accepting that show of respect. Post-game honoring the fight. And leaving, ceding the ring to the rep. Wait a second. Austin Kingsley the 5th is out here to congratulate. I don't understand. This doesn't seem to. Wait a second. Zakar Shaw and Kurt Robinson, the fighter things are here.
Oh my God.
We need security out here.
In comes Chris Bishop.
And Chris Bishop coming in to try and
with that knife,
save the day.
with that baton.
And Chris Bishop, a one-man wrecking crew, taking advantage, but it's still right now 3-on-1 on Chris Bishop.
Zakar keeping Chris in one place, and now
And the finer things are forcing Chris Bishop to watch. as they take it to Nate Wallace.
Another chair shot to the back of Nate.
And Kurt Robinson. Finer Things got the better of the rep, but only for so long.
Taking some exception to the fact
this is Finer Things, and they're saying that there was no reason for the rep to get involved in that earlier match between Chris Bishop. Well, this is not over between Finer Things and the rep, if only it's just begun.